are involved with the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools, or SACS. So how did you become involved with the association?
I have been involved in evaluating schools probably for more than 25 years, and it goes back to the time when I first started in higher education and was invited to be on a visiting team while I was working at Clark College at that time, which is now Clark Atlanta University. I've just had the opportunity to have many experiences, and as you probably know, just finished a term as chair of the board for the SACS Commission on Colleges, which accredits colleges from Texas to Virginia. So that was a tremendous honor and a responsibility for me to hold that during the last year. And this year, I was named chair-elect of the SACS Parent Board, which oversees the accreditation of schools at the grade school level as well as in colleges and universities. So I've had a lot of experience and been fortunate to get to know a lot of good people who share my passion for education and what we can do in our colleges and universities to ensure quality experiences not only for college students but for students who are preparing for college as well.
And for those maybe not familiar, could you explain SACS and what it does?
SACS is one of the regional accrediting agencies that reviews colleges and universities that come under its domain. There are some 800 colleges that are accredited by the SACS Commission on Colleges. That accreditation is an assurance of the quality of the educational experiences that students will get when they enroll in those accredited institutions. The accreditation also enables those institutions to get access to federal financial aid funds. So accreditation is a doorkeeper to financial aid, but it is primarily an indicator of a quality educational experience.
And then as board chair for SACS, how have you been able to leverage your position for the benefit of Huston-Tillotson?
Well, as a board chair, I need to have leveraged everything for Huston-Tillotson before I assumed that role. Right. I think, one of the things that to answer more directly, I think, your question, that you really want to make sure that college presidents are paying attention to the accreditation criteria and that we are engaged in the accreditation process. And that's another task to add to the plate for university administrators, but it is a critical one that I have carried the banner for and really hope to get more presidents involved in the future as we move through these difficult times in higher education where people are asking more and more questions about the quality of the experiences that students are having.
And with the difficult times, I know that the cuts in Pell Grants and federal programs, the impact is heavily felt with HBCUs.
Well, it certainly has been in the most recent rounds of cuts as they related to the change in the criteria for the Pell Grants and tightening of some of the requirements for satisfactory academic progress that students must make to be eligible for federal financial aid. I think schools that are enrollment sensitive and those schools that draw heavily upon first-generation low-income students, the impact has been greatest. I dare say, however, that I think all schools have been affected, but you're correct that those schools that draw from underrepresented populations have been affected the most. And I'm hopeful that we will be able over the next few years to overcome some of those challenges. But they are with us as we are negotiating the Pell rules now and the Parent Plus loan.
And to the alumni of the university, what would be your call to action for them?
To stay committed and engaged. All too often, alumni are rallied at a crisis, and I think we can avert the crisis if we have continued over time engagement of alumni. So it's critically important that they stay engaged and stay supportive of their alma maters. And
Discover HT, what was the background of this phrase?
Well, you know from our name, HT is stands for Huston-Tillotson, and a lot of folk think Huston-Tillotson is in Houston, Texas. And, one of our slogans going out a few years ago was to make sure that everybody knew that Huston-Tillotson is in Austin, Texas, the capital of Texas, and so we want everyone to discover HT in Austin.
And as a School of the Month, what campaign has been put in place?
Well, we have a number of initiatives underway with our alumni, and a kickoff activity that has been planned for our commencement activities coming up in a couple of weeks. We had a black tie event earlier this year in March, where we were greeted by Tom Joyner Jr. to talk about the School of the Month activities, and to begin to lay out the kinds of things that we will be doing later this summer to ensure our success. But we had that event, and we'll have an event which we are calling Stealing Some of Tom's Line, Party with a Purpose, just after our commencement that will be held in a couple of weeks.
And as we discover HT in July as a Tom Joyner Foundation School of the Month, what is your hope for this campaign?
I would hope that we would garner resources to support scholarships for our students and garner some general support to help fill some of the voids that Huston-Tillotson and other schools like it have felt because of the downturn in the economy that's been going on for the last 5 to 6 years. So we hope to do even better than the last time we were School of the Month for Tom Joyner.
Well, Dr. Earvin, we thank you for your time, and we're looking forward to your Tom Joyner Foundation School of the Month campaign.
Well, thank you very much. We're quite eager to and look forward to this campaign as well. We remember the last time we did this several years ago, and it was a very energetic charge for the college at that time, and we're hopeful and expectant of having a great outcome this time.